How much interest does she end up paying back in total when that magical loan is paid off is a scarcity mindset question. Let's move over to the abundance mindset. And I'm going to show this through a quick scenario analysis that I did on ChatGPT to prove that tax planning isn't rocket science. As a matter of fact, it's not really a science, it's common sense. Shit, that should be my new tagline. You know, Higher Up Wellness, he has this tagline where just pretty much like, if it isn't easy, but it is simple, don't overcomplicate it. That might be I'm gonna have to. Anyway, let's pretend that you and I are in a scenario analysis. We both are trying to get the same amount of cash in our pocket with the minimal amount of cash outflow. And I take the route that Ann took, which is deferring tax, not triggering capital gain, and borrowing against my stock. And you do probably the more common approach, which is selling your stock to have access to the cash. So scenario A is you. Scenario A is you selling. You're trying to get $500,000. That's how much the stock is worth. And let's assume that you spent 100K to get them. So there's going to be a capital gain of 400K, a tax of 20% on this. We're not going to take on any additional taxes or state taxes. We're going to keep it real simple. Your cash outflow is going to be 20% of that 400K, which is 80K. If I decide not to trigger a taxable event, I am not only saving 80K that would have otherwise been spent, I now am limited to a 5% interest on my 500K that I'm borrowing, which is 25K annually. So stay with me now. You have spent more money paying this tax year one than I have. In year two, you would have still paid more money than I have to acquire this money because your cash outflow for tax was 80K. Year two, assuming I have made no repayments, I'm at 50K of a cash outflow. Year three, you have still paid more to acquire this money than I have because now I'm at $75,000. It's after year four, assuming I have made no repayments, that now the cash outflow shifts in your favor. But the difference is within those 3 years, best believe this wealthy individual with the excess cash flow they've received, they're going to find a way to make that money back to pay that loan off. And keep in mind that this is without even factoring the tax write-off that comes from the interest expense that's being accrued. So I encourage you, my brother, don't think about, hey, what happens if this interest isn't paid off? Tax planning isn't rocket science. It's actually common sense. And my goal is to simplify it one video at a time. Oh yeah, I like how that sounds.